Woke M&Ms have returned.
The whole place, it was like wokeified.
You can't have a moment of just fun without an agenda. In Transformers, Earthspark, that's what they're giving them. The series is made for kids ages 7 and up. And here they are introducing a character named Nightshade last November.
Nightshade's pronouns are they, them.
He or she just doesn't fit who I am.
My apologies. Please switch their piece.
I want to be clear. That was not a comedy sketch from her. She's actually launching into why she's enraged by the video you just saw. That was the entirety of the video that she played at first. It was the robot saying she, her doesn't fit me. And then Optimus Prime says, oh, sorry, cheerio, they. That's all it takes, as you'll see.
That's cute.
And if you thought that was the end of it, well, the show's creators saw fit to reinforce this message in a recent episode.
Ooh, I like your pins. I am Nightshade. My pronouns are they, them.
Thanks. I'm Sam. I'm she, they, but you already know that.
Yeah, we already knew that because the show is shoving these inane pronouns down the throats of 7-year-olds. I mean, we're lucky even get them to spell the regular pronouns and get those straight before we, Well, our children are being taught this in our schools and now in a kids show. So what's next? Well, this isn't normal. It's not trendy. It's not cool. These are destructive and corrosive lies. And they're only going to end when enough responsible adults say, cut it out. We're not funding this anymore. So don't be afraid to stand up and say that.
Okay, she used the word they multiple times during that. And it's weird because it's an inane pronoun, but they're only gonna stop when you stand up. I think she realized-
Who is a they? What is a they?
Yeah, I think she got how stupid her argument was because she backed off of it. If you rewatch that, she sort of like went, because she said it's an inane pronoun. It's they. You already use it all the time. They already have to learn how to spell the regular ones. They's one of the regular ones. Your issue isn't the spelling, it's that it's being applied to someone as a singular rather than a plural or a sort of anonymous singular, which everybody already uses already. She's like trying to work herself up into saying that it's too complicated, but she knows how stupid that is because every kid has to learn they anyway. And also, Francesca, we're gonna go to you in one sec.
Yeah.
I really need to focus on the fact that these are robots. They don't have DNA, they don't have genitals, and no, truck nuts don't count. It's a robot. If it has any pronoun, it just came up with that. You're fine with Optimus Prime being a he? How is he any more he than Nightshade is a they? They're metal and glass and stuff.
Well, this is sort of like, I have a little bit of a bone to pick because I do feel like all robots should be they, and like all like a lot of animals where we sort of default, especially with children, to a he. I'm always like, if like playing with my kid, I'm like, oh look, it's Mr. Rabbit, and then I'm like, wait, Francesca, why is it Mr.? Why isn't it just Rabbit or she Rabbit? Miss. But I do think that like it. So there's that, I'm like, but I like the messaging. I like the fact that, yes, you are learning that you don't have to fit into one of these categories. I mean, this is the same thing. If Dora the Explorer were launching now, the right would freak out with the fact that they're teaching our kids Spanish straight up, and again, this is how culture evolves to be more inclusive. And that's a good thing. It's not pivotal to the plot. Right, you keep going. And also BT dubs, don't worry, Laura, because Transformers is still ultimately a Department of Defense funded franchise that relishes in destroying, I don't know, all kinds of people and buildings and other nations with incredible amounts of firepower and tanks and like disgusting military weaponry. So don't worry, it's not woke.
It's just like the kids like are gonna have they're gonna come across people who have those pronouns. Like she understands that. This is what kids like shows they teach the kids how to act. I understand Laura Ingraham doesn't want them to learn how to, reasonably and compassionately interact with people who have different pronouns. She wants her kids, I guess, or especially your kids, to just pick needless fights everywhere they go for the rest of their life. That's what this Christian woman thinks you should do. Just pick needless fights with people about reasonable requests. Like, hey, could you just use this word rather than this word when you refer to me? Meanwhile, they're not human. Anyway, there's your fake fury for the day.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.